Okay, let's try this again. Hey everybody, it's Alex. I'm having trouble with my video today. As you can see, I'm sitting in my truck. I'm outside. I have a therapist appointment here in just a little bit. But I wanted to do a quick update. God, my hair's a mess. I want to do a quick update. Yesterday I took my third T shot, so I've officially been on T for a month. Yay. Haven't really noticed any changes. Except for maybe one. That's a little bit increase in like the sex drive type thing. But no big deal. Any of you that's watched some of my other videos, you know, I'm older. I'm 46. So the changes will be a lot slower for me than what it will be for a lot of you younger guys that are in your 20s and so on. And he's got me on a small dose, too. It's like 0.25 mil every 2 weeks. And I'm really wishing it was a little bit higher because, you know, at my age, I've waited this long, so waiting longer for the changes shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I am impatient. You know how we get. But other than that, it's like I said, it's, I don't know. I actually gave myself my shot yesterday, and I didn't bleed. So that was new. That was a good thing. Of course, you know, I've given myself 2 out of the 3. So I've kind of gotten past, and it only took two breaths to actually, you know, stick the needle in my leg. So I was kind of proud of that. You know, it's the little things that excite us in this. Other than that, everything's going fairly smooth. My court date is coming up in, let's see, today's April 30th. In 22 days, my court date will be up for me to officially become Draco Alexander. Right now, everybody's like, okay, so what are we going to call you? And originally I was going to go by Drake. But everybody seems to be gravitating toward Alex. But at least I was good enough. I was smart enough. I picked a first name and a middle name that I like both of. So whichever one they decide they want to call me, however they want to go, I'm okay with it. And so everybody tends to be gravitating toward Alex. So I'm okay with that. I can deal with it. I like that name. So that's the big thing. That's the big countdown. And then the day after my court date, I'm taking myself on vacation, so to celebrate and just to get comfortable with being me and everything. On another positive note, I have possibly a new girlfriend. We've went out a couple of times. We're kind of considering ourselves at the beginning of dating, so it's really cool. She is actually a member of my trans support group. So she has made me reevaluate a lot of things that I looked at as, you know, when I was younger, as being, when I tried to pass myself off and convince myself that I was just a really butch lesbian. It was anything that was, you know, male was just no. But I've met this new person, and things like that don't seem quite so important right now. You know, it's and I never quite understood. I listen to a lot of trans guys, and you know, they talk about how, you know, you may have a trans guy who's in a relationship with another trans guy. And I never quite really understood that. It just didn't seem, I don't know, it seemed odd to me. And then I met this person. And now I kind of understand. She's really kind of special, even though she doesn't think she is. And she thinks I'm used to dating some soft little thing, and I'm like, apparently you've never seen any of the other women that I've dated. And you know, because here it is, you know, she's taller than I am, and she's thin. Definitely not the type that I'm used to dating. Most of the women that I've dated in the past have at least a little bit of meat on their bones, if not more, a nice little side dish there. So we'll see how it goes. I get to talk to my therapist tonight about this, because we talked about this the last time I was here, about sexuality with trans people. And I was supposed to bring it up at my support group meeting, and it completely got overlooked. I forgot all about it, but it's okay. So it's kind of, I don't know, I've been on kind of cloud nine for the last week or so. So that's about all I've got to say. I think I'm going to cut it short. This is probably the shortest video I've ever done. So if anything new happens, I'll let you guys know. Until then, take care of each other and be well. And if you need me, send me a message. I'm here. Have a good one. Bye.